This video will be about monitoring security policies with activity monitoring and ensure that they are enforced correctly. Well, in order to run activity monitoring, you must enable data collection on the virtual machines first. And what's also a prereq is that we need to enable VShield endpoint or guest introspection services in the new version of NSX. You can either enable data collection on each single VM or on multiple VMs, and the process is a little bit different between those two. When you complete enabling everything, the important thing is that you will need to wait at least 5 minutes before you run a report, because otherwise there may not be data available. So let's first start with enabling the guest introspection services or VShield endpoints. This is done in service deployments. I believe we've done this earlier. Thing that we were initially going to do, and that was the guest introspection services. I wanted to deploy it for only compute A. Next, and I chose to use this defaults here. Let's hit next and hit finish. So the guest introspection services or VShield endpoint are installed. Well, it succeeded and the service is up. It took a while. Reason why? Because it needs to spin up a few virtual machines. As you can see here, the hosting clusters and the ESX agents. You will see that the there are 3 different virtual machines created. Guest introspection services, one for each vSphere host or ESXi host, these need to be created. A few things need to be installed underwater, and eventually it will lead into this screen if everything goes well. The reason why this DHCP scope was needed is that, well, they have a heartbeat between them, and well, they need an IP address in order to pull some kind of keep alive or to exchange data. So this is installed. Now we can continue with the rest of our mission, which is enabling data collection on the virtual machines. So when you want to enable data collection on a single virtual machine, you can go to made a mistake here. We need to go to the virtual machine. So for example, we have app01 and app03 here, right? So let's go to app01 first, and let's go to manage, and then you see the NSX activity monitoring here, and you can edit and say yes. So we're enabling it right now, and there you can see it's enabled. So let's do the same for app03. So we have app01 and app03 right now here. It shows me that it's enabled for, oh no, it's not. Let me just enable. And we now have app01 and app03 enabled. When I flipped from app01 to app03, it told me that it's enabled as well, but I think there's something wrong in the GUI here, that it didn't pick it up. The screen picked it up correctly. So so now that's done. Well, what we could also do, by the way, is we could also go to the service composer here, and this is for if we want to enable it for multiple machines. There, yeah, we can create a security group. So let's create a security group and, for example, call it app sec group. Okay, you see, and that's it. Next. And we can make sure that every VM name contains the word app. We don't want to have any additional objects to include, so we can just hit next. And let me see, next, and finish. So this means that each VM with the word app, we see right now those are 5 at this moment. So 5 virtual machines. App. So you can see here that it's not case sensitive. So even app with a smaller piece would also be part of this group. So it's 5 right now. Initially I aimed for this one here, these two, the 1 and the 3 here, but the 1 is already in. So well, depending on this criteria, we need to make sure that guest introspection is at least enabled, which is, and well, we just need to be sure that that's enabled. Oh, I think I did something wrong here, by the way. I forgot to do something very important, which is, let's edit it. We can edit the security group. This was okay. Let me see, by the way, if I can also make sure. I want to edit some new match. No. New. Making a mess of it right now. So any add. Let me just type in the VM name. Equals to app 01, and the other one is also VM name equals to app 03. Yeah, so this is fine. We want to make sure that activity monitoring are the selected objects that we want to include. Next. And finish. I believe it should be 2 right now. Yes, it is. And one of them is including the, let me see. Oh no, that's just for something else, that it's included security stuff. So yeah, do we see the 2 virtual? You can add in a lot of virtual machines in here, and then it will just be part of the group. So if you go to activity monitoring and we go to VM activity, we can, well, basically include different things here. Periods last 30 days by default. Well, you can also select the last 60 minutes, which is in this case more relevant. We can do a search. Right now it's empty, so let's wait 5 minutes. I was waiting to see any output here, any graphs, and well, they didn't appear, so I was wondering why. So I asked this question on the community, and I can show you what the answer was. So this was my question here, why I don't get any output here, and well, the answer was something that I already suspected. Only Windows VMs can utilize guest introspection at the moment, and it's not working or not supported for Linux yet. So I only have Linux
machines here, and well, these cannot be tested. Maybe I will create another video in the future with Windows VMs to demonstrate this.